So Snowpiercer does not actually feature Melissa McCarthy, although
Damn, but it has a really interesting cast otherwise.
Yes, it does, and it might be interesting if it did. It would be certainly end differently.
1,000 people in an iron box. 18 years I've hated the train. 18 years I've waited for this moment.
This is this movie that there's been a lot of backstory about it getting to movie theaters, and it is arriving in movie theaters after, you know, some worries about getting recut for American audiences. It's not. It's full 126 minutes.
The natural inference is, boy, this must be a real stinker. But in fact,
it's quite remarkable. I'm not going to say it's a perfect movie, but if you are into dystopian science fiction action visions, you know, along the lines of Blade Runner or Brazil or that kind of thing, nobody's really done it right. But Bong Joon-ho from Korea has made his first English language film with an international cast. This is a movie that takes place about 20 years in the future. Earth has become a frozen ice cube because the scientists were trying to cure global warming and they got it wrong. And what's left of humanity is on this train that never stops and circumnavigates the globe once a year, and the rich folk live in the front and the poor folk live in the back, and the poor folk have had enough, and the movie is them fighting their way car by car, and each car is a new planet practically, trying to get to the front. Chris Evans is in it, Octavia Spencer is in it, John Hurt is in it, Ed Harris is in it, Tilda Swinton is in it as the bad guy's sort of factotum, and she's like the scariest homeroom teacher you've ever seen. This is a remarkable film in that it is visualized with just imagination and detail and paced incredibly well. It never really stops.
So it's fascinating. On the one hand, it has a lot of the elements of your classic summer blockbuster. It's action and it's exciting, but also it's a really interesting and visionary film.
It is. I think the executives who were releasing it felt it was too dark, perhaps too violent for mainstream consumption. I disagree. It is a remarkable film, and I think it deserves to be seen by as big an audience as possible. It's Snowpiercer. It deserves to be seen. I'm Ty Burr.
And I'm Mark Feeney
for the Boston Globe.